shocking hook, plus call to action at start, before you listen to another rumor or fall for another secret date prediction. Hit that like button and subscribe, because what you're about to hear is grounded in real economic data and verified financial reporting, not wishful thinking or internet hype. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why the Iraqi dinar's future is about economics, policy, and global markets, not magic numbers or secret exchanges. Right now, analysts around the world are debating whether Iraq's currency could ever revalue in a meaningful way in 2026. And the truth is, as of this moment, the Central Bank of Iraq and multiple reputable financial sources are telling us that there is no official revaluation plan in motion, that the official exchange rate has been anchored at around 1,300 IQD per US dollar for Iraq's 2026 federal budget, and that the primary focus of monetary policy is stability and inflation control, not sudden shifts in par value. And this matters, because revaluation in economics means a structural, policy-driven adjustment in a currency's official rate. And right now, Baghdad's own financial advisors and the central bank are publicly affirming that they have no intention to adjust the official exchange rate, with inflation actually falling to historically low rates as monetary reforms take hold, which means the narrative of a dramatic overnight jump in IQD value simply does not match the official record and the data that central bankers themselves are reporting. Even though in the informal or parallel market, the dinar can trade weaker against the dollar. For example, the dollar has been changing hands at rates like 142,000, 148,000 dinars per dollar, 100 outside official channels as traders react to supply and demand pressures and regulatory shifts such as new customs, payment systems. Those movements reflect liquidity and market sentiment, not a formal revaluation announced by IMF partners or the Iraq Central Bank. And those numbers highlight that while the dinar's price does fluctuate in the real world of currency markets, it's fundamentally different from an official revaluation that would rewrite the relationship between the IQD and global currencies. And when experts break this down, they point to key drivers that could one day influence currency strength, such as Iraq's vast oil reserves, which make it one of the world's largest oil producers. The potential for improved fiscal balance, if exports and foreign reserves grow, and ongoing banking and finance reforms, but these are long-term structural conditions, not a timetable for an immediate reset. Meanwhile, reputable currency analysts caution that revaluation predictions that promise a sudden huge increase in value are precisely the sort of speculation that has circulated for years without substance, and in fact financial watchdogs have exposed dozens of common false claims about the dinar that vanish once you look at official data, reminding investors that currencies are driven by fundamentals like inflation rates, trade balances, and central bank goals rather than by secret bank programs or online forecast gurus. And this dovetails with the central bank's own repeated statements that its core mission right now is price stability and economic reform, not changing the official IQD to USD peg. And these statements come directly from official announcements that dismiss rumors of rate change as destabilizing speculation. At the same time, it's important to understand that global economic pressures, such as movements in global oil prices, geopolitical tensions in the region, and broader forex market trends like US dollar strength ahead of Federal Reserve decisions all influence how the dinar trades in free markets. But they do not equate to a formal revaluation that would suddenly make the dinar worth multiples of its current rate. And real financial institutions like the World Bank, IMF, and major forex analysts typically emphasize gradual, market-driven currency adjustments when they discuss long-term prospects for any emerging market currency, where stability, fiscal discipline, and international investment environment improvements are prerequisites, not boosters for instant wealth. So for viewers who are watching this because they want the real, grounded picture, the facts you should take away are that Iraq's official exchange rate has been confirmed. For the 2026 budget, central bank policy is focused on stability and inflation. Parallel market rates tell us about sentiment, not policy. Incredible financial experts urge caution over unverified revaluation hype that has never materialized despite decades of speculation. If you're interested in how oil revenue, fiscal reform, and geopolitics shape currency value, keep watching and leave your questions in the comments so we can analyze them together. And before you go, make sure to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss our next update where we break down what real economic conditions would be required for any future strengthening or structural shift in the Iraqi dinar. Hit that subscribe button now so we can continue this discussion. With you,